Hey there, navigators. Mr. Nick here, just trying to beat the heat in his house. It's really hot outside, and it's about 9 o'clock at night right now, and it's still very hot in my house. But I've been sitting up wondering about something, so I wanted to pick something relevant for the Navi Cup. And as you can see, I have this picture up. And these guys here play for the Minnesota Twins. That's a baseball team. I am not a fan of the Minnesota Twins. Sorry, Miss Drew. But they are modeling the exact behavior we want to see during the flag salute. So you can see if they have a hat on, like this, they have it over their heart. They can either have their hands behind their back or their hands just at their sides. They're being respectful and watching the flag. All important things. I don't notice them talking to each other. It looks like they're reflecting on how great our country is. And every time they look at that flag, I'm sure they think of people like Chief who have served our country and given up years of their life to make sure that we can do things like go to school and have all of those freedoms that we have. So, kudos to the Minnesota Twins here for showing us how to do flag salute. That's one part of the Navi Cup that we'll be looking for this week. Overall, we'll be looking for what's happening during morning message. So, as you can see, I put up the poster here. Very important. You need to solve your problems before you get there. The result, being in your spot and ready to go for morning message. So when they blow that whistle, when we've walked out, when it's time for the flag salute, you should be standing on that line looking like the Minnesota Twins. Remember, use your self-control. You may hear the whistle and want to be the first one to line. You may want to run, but make sure you use your walking feet. Also, be respectful of the space. Every day after we get done with morning message, I usually find 2 or 3 pieces of garbage on the ground from somebody that carried their breakfast out and then left it on the ground. Not cool. Use your self-awareness. Know that you're going to have all of the kids in the entire school in that one little space. So it's very important to use your self-awareness and empathy in that situation. So responsible hands and voices. That means hands to yourself. We're not touching other people. We are in close proximity. And we're not using our voices. We're going to be respectful to our speakers. You know all those times when your parents sometimes say, you need to be quiet, the adults are talking, or something like that? Well, it doesn't feel good when they tell us those things. I remember my parents doing that to me, and it used to make me so mad that I wanted to scream. However, I used my self-control and didn't scream. But I also realized when people are talking and other people are trying to talk over them, it doesn't feel good to them. It makes them think that they're not listening. So be mindful of those people that are up in front of you and that are talking. Also, be kind to the others around you. That goes along with responsible use of hands, feet, and your voices. Now, the important part of morning message. We're usually telling you things you need to know or something we want to let you know. So please give your attention to the speaker. And when it's appropriate, greet adults and kids as you're walking over to your line. There's nothing like giving somebody a smile. I like your hair today. Just a nice compliment as you're walking by. Even just a hello could brighten somebody's day. That's what I'm looking for at morning message. And we're going to run this through next week. And we'll be keeping tabs of all of the classes at morning message. And we're going to see which class can pull it off for a little free dress and maybe a little extra incentive, especially if I see them working their very, very hardest to look like the Minnesota Twins during flag salute. Thank you, navigators. Have a wonderful day.